Court is calling 2022 CR 6940, State of Texas versus Bernardo Huerta. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Kathy Compton for Mr. Huerta.
And are you Mr. Huerta?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with the discovery. Mr. Huerta, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're going with the lesser included offense of robbery, and we are waiving the enhancement paragraph.
Any objection?
No.
Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your charge with the lesser, well, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery. That's a second degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent, was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Huerta, has anyone threatened you, forced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery. Punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $500 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
I did, Your Honor.
state?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours community service restitution, no contact with Abel Ramos or Rowley's at 955 South General McMullen in San Antonio, Texas, 78237. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? I'm sorry, to the offense of robbery, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, ma'am.
State any evidence
State offer states exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We're asking to do so, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I would just ask that the court follow our plea bargain agreement. My client's been in custody for a very long time. We've negotiated for a very long time, and I believe that this is in his best interest. He's recently a first-time grandfather, and I have seen a huge change in his demeanor, and just, I think his outlook has changed very much. So I would ask just that you follow the plea bargain, Judge.
Okay. And what auto parts were you taking from O'Reilly's?
Some headlights.
And how much are headlights?
They were like, I think they were $50 or something like that. I'm not too sure, Your Honor.
So, and how long have you been at the jail?
15 months, Your Honor.
So you spent 15 months at the Bear County Jail, over $50.
I'm not proud to say, but yes, Your Honor.
So why didn't you just pay for the lights? And I'm sure if you would have just returned them, they probably would have said, okay, and moved on to something else. Why didn't you just return it?
They were no longer in my possession, Your Honor, when they found them, so it was really,
But why do people have to chase you down to give back their property? That's the number one thing that people are taught in school. Don't take what doesn't belong to you.
yes,
And how old are you?
I'm 35 now, Your Honor.
So you should have known that.
Yes, Your Honor.
It shouldn't take a grandchild to make you realize that you shouldn't take what doesn't belong to you. And the tattoos you have, what are they about? And
They're-
are they related to an organization?
No, Your Honor. No, man. I only got, while I was in prison, I got associated because of tattoos I got before I went to prison, Your Honor.
No, I understand. The reason why I ask sometimes about tattoos, I'm just interested in tattoos. I always want to know about people's life because that tells me some things and help me make conditions for you. But the other reason why I'm always interested in tattoos, because some tattoos are related to different organizations.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So do you have any employment prospects? What are you going to do when you're released?
Yes, ma'am. I have my own lawnmower service. I do lawns. And my sister, since that's not working out right now too well because I'm locked up, my sister has her own construction business and she's waiting for me to get out to employ me.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
15 and 16, Your Honor.
15 and 16, and you have a grandchild?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who is the
My
mother?
daughter, Your Honor.
The 16-year-old?
No, I'm sorry, she's 16 now and he's 15, he's 17.
So your daughter has
A
a
baby.
child with the 17-year-old.
She's a 17-year-old.
All right, so your daughter is now 17 and not 16?
No, my daughter's 16
Mhm.
and she has the baby
All right, and she has a child with a 17-year-old.
with another child her age, yes,
All right, how many grandchildren do you have?
just one
Just one, and that's from the 16-year-old.
from the 16-year-old.
And is the grandchild living with you all? Or going to
Yes,
live?
he's in our house. But they have an adult that lives there with them
Okay,
at the time, yes.
and who is the adult who lives with them? What
It's
is,
my mother.
okay. So your mother is a great grandmother.
Yes, John.
So she's taking care of her grandchildren and now a great
A
grandchild.
great grandchild. But only because of my absence, John. Yes.
Well, no, because
Well, yes.
Children know.
Yes, you're right. John.
and has she graduated from high school?
She's continuing still. Yeah, yes.
All right, I'm gonna sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. Probation will do gang supervision. There's to be no contact with any O'Reillys.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that leaves AutoZone and other places, but no contact with O'Reillys.
Yes, John.
There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. That can be waived if he completes parenting classes and probation, whichever parenting classes you think would work with him. So where are your children's, where is their mom?
So another crazy story. She is actually back in the picture now and living there with them as well.
All right, so was Child Protective Services involved?
No, not for my kids.
All right, for her children?
We only have our children.
All
together.
right, okay. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Is there any drug issues with you?
No, yeah.
All right, we'll do regular UAs. Field visits. One time per month. I'm sorry, one time every 3 months. Probation, is there anything else? Oh, no, I'm mandating them. Is there anything else you need from the court, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I just wanted to clear something up for you, because I think this is where you were kind of got the misinterpretation. I lost my children to the state and my mom adopted them.
Okay.
So that's,
All right, so I'm going to do no unsupervised contact with minors.
that way you understand that that's why I'm around.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to do no unsupervised contact with minors, and this is what I'm going to tell you about CPS cases, and your attorney can probably tell you this as well. I don't know what the legal paperwork says about her adoption,
Yes, sir.
but what I do know, if she adopted your children, which means that your rights were terminated and the mother's rights were terminated, I'm sure CPS is not expecting you all to act as babysitters or anything of that nature. You understand?
It's only, well, yes, ma'am, I understand what you,
Okay. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
it sounds like you gave it all to me already, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes,
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, I think you've been here before, so you know. Communication is key. If there is an issue, let probation know. If you feel like probation is not addressing that issue, you can always come back to court and speak with me. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is calling 2019 CR 11647, State of Texas versus Jamal Trayvon Coleman. Can our parties announce for the record for the state
Thanks to State of Texas.
defense?
Monica Corolla for defense.
And are you Jamal Coleman?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jamal Coleman who was placed on deferred education in 2019 CR 11674 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on November 5th, 2020 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 2 on or about the 7th day of June 2023 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Jamal Trayvon Coleman did then and there fail to submit to a drug test in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. The state will waive and abandon the other allegations.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, fine you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is, and should Your Honor choose to follow it, is to deny the motion and to alter and amend his conditions of probation to include the ISF dual track, and for him to complete the dual track and continue on probation.
All right, is that the agreement?
It is, Judge.
All right, Mr. Coleman, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jamal Trayvon Coleman.
All right, Mr. Coleman, do you want to go to prison?
I'm not allowed to know.
Then why do you keep coming before me with violations?
I have an issue with drugs.
I mean, I know that, but I've sent you to different places and you're just not doing well. And so I don't know if I can help you or not. I don't know if you want the help. I can put people in whatever class that's available for you. If you have a drug problem, I can put you in a class for drug issues. But if you go there and you sit there and you internalize, but the first thing some problem comes before you, your answer is, oh, let me use drugs.
May I speak?
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to, I didn't really complete the first program, the safety that you put me in.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, but I had a colostomy bag.
Yes, I do remember you.
So I got my colostomy bag removed,
Mhm.
but I didn't stay at the Safe P facility. They took me to an infirmary unit. And so I've kind of missed the whole entire program. I think I was only in the program for about 2 months,
Mhm.
if that. So I didn't really get a chance to be in the program.
So you had a colostomy bag, and again, you're using drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
That doesn't work well for anybody's health. And I will tell you, I have some friends who previously were addicted to drugs, and now they've been clean and sober for about 30 years. And they will all tell me, Stephanie, I can no longer abuse my body because I abused it so much. So guess what? They don't do ice cream. They don't do any of that. They're always working out, fruits, vegetables, their proteins. That's it, because they put their body through the ringer. And how old are you?
I'm 26.
You putting your body through the ringer. And I will tell you, meth not only affects the mental health part of it, but it affects your heart, it affects your liver, it affects everything else. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation. I'm sorry, do you have any gang affiliation?
I did when I was younger, not currently.
And what was that?
Blood.
He's saying that he's not a gang member anymore. I don't think felony drug court will accept him, because I had put on here at one time, refer back to felony drug court, and they said no. Am I correct?
That is correct. I believe they will not accept him back.
And will ISF accept him with his gang affiliation?
We'll have to do an evaluation.
All right. I'll deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include ISF dual track. If he's not accepted by ISF, then it's going to be safety.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
Am I going to see you back again here for this nonsense?
Doubt it. No, ma'am.
Do you have the tools you need to not use?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have a support system at home?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's your support system?
Grandmother, my mother, my father, my elderly grandparents.
All right, so you need to stop disappointing them, because I'm sure each time you use, your mom's heart breaks, your grandparents' hearts break, your dad heart probably breaks. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody wants to, because you never know if the last time you use is the last time you use. Nobody wants to be called to have to identify your body, because you're the person on the news who's on the street, and they'll just say drug overdose, and then they'll go on to the next person. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
All right, so. And can I see someone from the state on this? All right, so Miss Callahan, I understand that when people are on probation, and people don't understand this, right? When you're on probation, you are not allowed to do the things that people who are not on probation do. One of those things is you cannot drink alcohol. That is a zero tolerance, no alcohol. And those are conditions that are legislated. For example, when you're on probation, guess what? You cannot own any weapons. You understand that?
Yes.
So there are a whole host of things that if you were not on probation, you could do that are legal. But since you're on probation, you're not allowed to do. And one of those is drinking alcohol. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you're on deferred adjudication for burglary of a habitation. Do you know what the range of punishment of that offense is?
I think up to 15 years.
No. 20. When people on probation, you should know what you're looking at if you are unsuccessful on it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So your case, the range of punishment is up to 20 years. So what that means is if you're drinking alcohol and you should not be drinking alcohol, which you're not allowed to on probation, I could potentially send you to prison for 20 years. And the question is whether or not that alcohol is potentially worth 20 years to you. So what alcohol did you drink?
I had a glass of wine.
All right, and who is the wine by?
I don't know. I just had it with a friend,
All right, well, I mean, what type of wine was it?
Merlot.
Is the Merlot worth it? Did you have it with a meal?
No.
Now, I will tell you this. I do know that if you're at the Bear County Jail or if you're at the prison, they do have a way that they can make alcohol if they want to make it. I don't know if you want that one though.
No.
It involves oranges
Absolutely.
and
not.
waiting till the mold appears on there.
No, ma'am.
So you're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the next issue is because of that, you were placed on GPS.
No, I was placed on GPS due to the absconding before.
Yes.
Back in 2021.
And so there's a request for
For-
removal of GPS. State, do you have any objections to the removal of the GPS?
Well, no, Your Honor, it's my understanding the violations were for low battery and Wi-Fi issues. Not for.
Probation, do y'all have any objection
It
to?
actually wasn't right now, like low battery right now.
No.
I promise.
No, Your Honor, no.
Okay, so we'll do the removal of the GPS. And then probation. You all are recommending intensive outpatient treatment?
Yes, Your Honor. That's what the TAP recommendation was for intensive outpatient treatment.
Mhm.
My understanding, Ms. Callahan didn't want to do intensive outpatient treatment, but she didn't have any objection to supportive outpatient treatment. And the officer of record doesn't have any objection for support, starting off with supportive outpatient.
All right, so are you all recommending starting with supportive outpatient
Yes, Your
treatment?
Honor.
All right, so we'll remove GPS, supportive outpatient treatment. And we're gonna do the 90 meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else?
Can you explain the 90 meetings in 90 days to me, please?
Oh, you have to do a meeting every day for 90 days.
With
and
my probation officer
No,
or with someone else?
it's supportive outpatient treatment. It's sober meetings. Instead of them saying NAAA meetings, they call them sober meetings.
Okay.
So
fine.
that's what you need to do. And hopefully it will become a habit and you will just enjoy being around people and talking about issues.
So I'd have to present myself every day, or is it Zoom?
9 every day.
Got it.
And they have sober meetings throughout the city that are free. You can pick whichever one you want to go to.
Got it. Okay.
They have some that are in the morning, some are in the night, some are midday. They have them throughout the day.
Okay.
All right. Probation, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, so remember what I said. If you're thinking about drinking alcohol, the first thing that should pop into your mind is, do I want to potentially go to prison for 20 years behind alcohol and start making my alcohol at the jail or at the prison with mold? Those are your options.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, just have a seat in probation. We'll go over conditions with you. And just so everyone knows, all the people who are here for compliance, I write down everything that was discussed. All right, on this case, there's DNA issues.
I think the issue is that it hasn't come back yet. And I was just calling, I was in the back calling multiple people and I still don't have a firm answer, but from what I can tell, it has not been returned.
So when are they anticipating? Where is it in the lineup?
It was submitted March 3rd. So
March or April?
March. Okay, March 3rd.
Okay.
I did get confirmation of that. The analyst who's handling it is apparently on vacation right now. So hopefully I can get a firmer answer, but I can't give the court an exact.
Well, people need
response.
their vacation so they can do it correctly.
I would agree with that, Your Honor, and I desperately need one. I forgot my iPad this morning, hence I'm just standing
Oh,
here.
you're just standing here.
So,
That's okay. You have it up there.
That's what everybody's telling me, so we'll fake it.
But the lab is not DPS, so that makes me think that might be quicker.
All right.
So it's a lab.
There's someone at the door who wants to come in,
Yeah.
but I guess he doesn't want to knock. Ms. Ferguson, Can you reset this for September?
It should be in by then.
It should be here by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be here by then. And of course, I'll get my e-discovery notice and I'll bring in, well, I'll confer with Brittany off docket and see if we can get more answers before court.
All right.
Okay.
You don't know.
Well, I'm having to reschedule my tonsillectomy and
Mhm.
I'm trying to move it up. I will notify the court. I just don't have a date, so I'm clear as of now.
All right. Oh,
I got COVID, so I had to delay my tonsillectomy from this spring. I was supposed to have the surgery this spring.
all right. I had that surgery when I was in elementary.
Okay, then we can't talk, but okay.
But let me just tell you what happened. So I needed it done. And I don't know if my mom really needed it done or not. I'm pretty sure she did, but you know what she did? She scheduled hers the same time as mine was scheduled. So we were actually in the room together. And that whole thing about eating ice cream, it doesn't work. It's very painful. So my mom was pretending as though it wasn't painful. So she's talking. I tried to talk and just no. I started, but it helped me with spelling because I started writing everything down.
So I will come and talk to you because if your mother had it as an adult, I've done my research and have learned that the recoveries are very different between children and adults.
Well, you just have to pretend as though there's a child next to you and you've got to pretend like it doesn't hurt, but I'm sure it was painful. But you just got to pretend, oh, Stephanie Boyd as a child is next to me in this bed. So I got to pretend like it's okay. Let's eat. I would not eat anything. The Jell-O, no. When they say, oh, you get all the reason a child should worry whenever somebody says, you can have all the ice cream you want from this surgery. That's because they know you can't. To swallow hurts. It was just very painful. And you're just like,
My mom has lots of funny, I was 8 when I had mine out, and apparently I woke up from anesthesia, I was saying, Mommy, I'm dying.
oh my gosh.
And then
Yeah,
I was
I'm
mad because
feeling-
they don't let you eat ice cream because the dairy will make
Yeah,
mucus or something.
Mucus,
So
yeah.
I had a bunch of orange yogurt.
Yeah,
It's my memory.
you guys are making me feel a lot better.
No, it's going to be painful. I mean, but
I'm
each
okay
time
with-
you get ready to complain or you don't want to talk because it's too painful, just imagine
There's a
the
child.
elementary school age Stephanie next to you and you're trying to make her think it's okay.
See, my thing, I'm okay with pain. I'm not a baby when it comes to pain. I'm fine with the pain. It's the not eating part of it that's really scaring me because that's a whole nother level of,
The whole swallowing, that's just off the table.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like there's no way to get around eating food and taking in protein and nutrients without
At
swallowing.
least I think as an adult, you can probably have more like lidocaine or something.
Maybe that's what it is, but they
Don't
still
do it.
say
Just do it
no.
old school. My mom did it
No
old school.
pain.
You can too.
We shall see. We
All
shall see.
right.
But I'm calling the doctor today to find out. So
Okay.
I'll let the court know. if
You have to
anything
come
changes.
back and let us know how it was.
Well, I'll be back eventually. Knock on wood. That's the ultimate goal. I'm coming
Yes.
back.
When you come back though, let us know how it was.
So excited.
All right, Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset
Okay,
form.
go ahead and have a seat.
Tevin Towns.
Thank you.
Present.
Yes.
Where- and that's where I was gonna go. So I'll go back and grab it.
Hello. And counsel, you're on this side and your client's in the
Yes,
middle.
ma'am.
All right, so where are we? We were set in May 15th and I brought you all back in July. So you had the whole month of June. And
Yes,
it was CPS records and a video of the complainant statement.
yes, Your Honor. CPS records, it's been determined they do not exist.
Okay,
So that question has been answered, Your Honor.
and the complainant statement.
I don't remember still receiving anything in regards to the complainant's statement, Your Honor.
Oh, let me see here.
I think the complainant was in court last time, Your Honor, and provided information to the state.
But it's supposed to be a video
I
of the
believe that
complainant
is,
statement.
I believe that's correct, Your Honor.
videos in the state's possession are uploaded to e-discovery, Your Honor. I can't speak to whether that video in particular is on there, but
All right, let's see.
Espinosa and Guzman.
All right, we're gonna see if we have the statement. And do you know, is that video with supposedly with SAPD or somewhere else?
I believe it's with SAPD. Your Honor.
Okay.
In addition, Your Honor, just educate the court, an offer has been made.
Okay.
We have countered that offer. They are going to try to determine if that is something that they are willing to do, if it's within their power to do.
All right. And do we have any idea what's on this video?
The only thing I know, Judge, is in the written report, it states that there was a video made with, concerning.
there's, I mean, I can't say, Your Honor, there's over 20 videos that have been uploaded. I can pull them all off e-discovery and we can go through them one by one and see it. I don't know if you want me to do that right now with the
No, no, no.
court here or.
Ms. Just one second. Ms. Ferguson, this case, can we recall it for the week of July 24th? Will you be here, counsel?
If you could give me an opportunity to check very quickly, Your Honor.
That will give you all 2 weeks for this video.
I will be available on that date, Judge.
All right, the week of the 24th, Ms. Ferguson? All right, so July 24th. That's for the state to have the video, and it's also the plea deadline date. Of course, if the state doesn't have the video, then your plea deadline date will be extended because I know you need to see that.
Okay.
So July 24th will be your plea deadline date if you've received the video. And you all need to confer off docket for him to give you the video.
I will do that, Your Honor, but I appreciate the court's time, Judge.
All right, is there anything else that's needed?
Nothing at this time, Your
All
Honor.
right, once you sign the reset form, you and your client are excused.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, where are we on this case?
Judge, I just got appointed.
Yes, I know.
A few minutes ago.
Yes.
I judge we haven't had a chance to confirm yet.
All right, so I'll let you all confer. And what I'll do is I'll give you all a 30-day reset, and that will be for discovery to make sure you have your discovery information. And then after that will become a plea deadline date. Then after that, potentially a jury trial date.
Sounds good, Judge.
All right, could I have a 30-day reset on Al Anezi? Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Alanis,
Oh,
Alanis,
Al-Nazis?
Alanisi,
Al-Lazis?
Al-Anisi,
Al-Anezi?
Anisi.
Alazi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna work on that, I promise.
Judge, August 15th.
Judge, with all due respect, I was appointed to him. Did he hire a lawyer or?
No,
I'll talk to you.
yes. All right, so let me ask you this, does he need an immigration attorney?
We have one on staff, Judge.
Yeah, that's why we're
Yes.
moving it. It's got a high needs case.
All right, and does he have interpreter needs or no?
That's why.
And we'll work on that too, Judge.
All right, and is it Farsi or what is Arabic?
Yeah.
Okay, my Arabic is shaky, but one of my friends was Arabic, they're still alive, they're Arabic. They taught me certain things. I don't know a lot of the language.
Well, if they're
Yalla.
available to come in and.
I know that one. That's all I know. Okay, see, I know hurry up in every language. All right, so interpreter Arabic. All right, so that's your new court date. Your new court date is going to be on August 15th, and that will be for discovery.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, what is happening with this case?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the first case setting. I was appointed on this matter 2 weeks ago. Need to sift through the videos, evidence, determine if anything is outstanding and if any pretrial motions are going to be needed to be filed, Judge. So we're requesting a reset for that purpose.
All right, any issues with your client?
My client's okay, Judge. She just had some previous trauma.
Okay.
She's a little bit delicate, but I just advised her that, we're gonna work through her case. We're gonna provide adequate legal services as well as any social services she needs as well in the meantime.
All right. Any drug issues needed to be addressed?
No, Judge, I don't.
All right. Can I have a 30-day reset for discovery on this case? All right, August 15th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Maybe you
All
can
right.
use that for signing the reset form?
Yes,
Got it. Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Hello, Mr. Mora.
Oh.
All right, the first thing we're here on is a violation report. And so there's an issue. What do you think the issue is?
No problem.
Yes. So they are trying to help you, but they're saying that you're not showing up. Can't help you if you don't show up.
No, it's still reporting, because I got to report to like 4 different places. And at the same time, I enrolled in classes. I got the classes already enrolled. I'm just waiting for my time.
Ms. Ferguson. Can you see if you can have Angelica Sosa, the pretrial service officer, zoom in? And we're gonna figure out what's going on. Because are you in receipt of the violation report?
I am, Judge, but there's another issue.
What's the other issue?
So Judge, I did reach out because there was a note in our system to contact a specific investigator.
Mhm.
Apparently, the feds are going to get involved and are planning to have indicted the case back in May-June. I haven't double checked on that just to see what the status was, but they told us that they intended to indict him in like June 21st.
All right, well.
I don't believe he's indicted yet, or I think they'd be here to take him.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna deal with what I have in front of me. And the first thing for you is to make sure that you're clean and sober, because you're not gonna be any help to your attorney on the federal side or Ms. Kramer if you're not clean and sober and thinking clearly. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna call your pretrial service officer and see what is the issue with his reporting for the meth issues. Because they are sending me this violation report, and this is us having a conversation. It's not on the record. So we're having a conversation so I can see what we can do to help you with your issues or your addiction to meth. Okay? So she's gonna call her and have her zoom in. So if everyone will just be in a holding pattern, as soon as she zooms in, and Ms. Kramer, if you don't have anywhere else to be, if you could wait a little bit.
I do, but if she zooms in really quickly, that'll be fine.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Leslie Cox.
Who's present, right, Judge?
Oh, wait a minute. This is Kimberly Burley's daughter. Hi. Judge Burley's daughter, I should say. All right, so where are we on this case? You have all the discovery?
I don't, Judge. It's the Live Oak PD case. I have that discovery. And I have all the
Okay.
discovery. So some videos were sent to the DA's office. Those are going to be uploaded today.
Mhm.
I'll need some time, of course, to get those, review those, et cetera. It's our first setting. We do have an offer. We have represented the court that we have received that part of the discovery.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson. On Leslie Cox, can you give them a 30-day reset for discovery?
Sounds good.
All right, and Ms. Cox, you were late today. Why?
There was a wreck on the highway right here.
Now, was this the wreck they have on 90?
Yes.
You know, people, I was behind that wreck. So that's why I always tell people you need to leave early to anticipate this thing. And everybody thinks they're going to get $1 million, so nobody wants to move it to the shoulder. So everybody, accidents, move them to the shoulder. People can tell you were hit behind by your bumper. So, all right, so we'll see you then. You're welcome. Just sign the reset form, then you're excused.